and thanks for logging on to this week's Tuesday Online Exclusive. Today is April 11th. I'm Taylor Turgeon.
And I'm Deirdre Kronschnabel. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and according to a Title IX survey sent out last spring, many Elon students feel safe on campus. However, the same survey found Elon students had a higher rate of reported sexual violence compared to other universities. Our Jamie Snover spoke to one Elon student who has been affected by sexual violence.
Shay Friedman says she experienced a stalking-related incident last year. She says the experience made her realize how broad the definition of sexual violence is.
It's become okay to say that things lesser than rape are not serious because they're not vaginal penetration, which isn't the case.
Friedman reported her case to Student Conduct. However, Associate Dean of Students Janelyn Patterson says this practice is actually uncommon.
Most students, though, chose not to report because they didn't think it was serious enough to report.
Though Friedman believes her incident of stalking was taken seriously by Student Conduct, her stalker could not be identified. This result still affects her today.
This person has, in my situation, affected me so gravely. I've missed classes, I've had panic attacks because I don't know who they are, and that's terrifying.
Students can report acts of sexual violence by dialing SafeLine, a 24/7 advocacy hotline, or even visiting the Sparks office. Sparks peer educator Ian Pomeroy says moving forward is different for everyone.
I think it's really important to make sure that we don't define what the next steps should be, because it's really up to the survivor of sexual assault. Because if we start to put what should be done onto them, then that's taking away the power that they have.
A power that Friedman has only recently felt.
It's been an experience, but I think that it's made me stronger.
Jamie Snover, Elon Local News.
For more information and related events this month, go to elonnewsnetwork.com or pick up a copy of The Pendulum tomorrow morning.
Some Elon students are celebrating Passover this week. Passover is an 8-day festival commemorating the freedom of the Israelites from slavery in ancient Egypt, something sophomore Mira Waxman hopes students remember during the celebration.
We're following the traditional order that you go in, and so it's mostly going to be prayers and explanations of why we do, reminders of why we do certain things in this order, and why we eat matzah, and why we remember and retell the story of the Jews leaving Egypt.
Passover celebrations will continue with a dinner on Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Dr. Emily Filler about Exodus and redemption in Jewish texts in the Skalut Hillel Center.
And now on to some national news. If you thought your last flight was rough, a man was dragged off a United Airlines flight after being told to give up his seat for crew members and refusing. United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz issued a statement saying about the event, saying, quote, "It's never too late to do the right thing. I have committed to our customers and our employees that we are going to fix what's broken so this never happens again," end quote.
Rakhmat Akilov, who is suspected of crashing a truck into a department store in Stockholm, Sweden, and killing 4 people, has admitted to carrying out a terrorist attack. Akilov has not been formally charged and will remain in custody until a trial begins.
3 people are dead and 2 are injured after a school shooting at San Bernardino's North Park Elementary School in California yesterday. 53-year-old Cedric Anderson entered his wife's classroom, shot her, and wounded 2 students before pulling the gun on himself. One of those students was pronounced dead later in the hospital.
And over in Alabama, Governor Robert Bentley was brought to Montgomery County Jail after resigning over allegations that he used state resources to hide an affair with a former aide. Bentley was charged with 2 counts of campaign finance violations and pleaded guilty to both charges.
Construction on a new cooperative brewery and restaurant could be underway in downtown Burlington. Burlington Beer Works is a $1.8 million project. Fundraising for the project has been a community effort, with Burlington residents donating to become part owners and investors. About 1,600 people have invested in the company so far, and the company hopes to reach 2,000 investors by opening day. A $50,000 state grant could be issued through the North Carolina Department of Commerce if they are able to renovate a building at 302 South Main Street and create jobs in the area. It may be hard to believe, but summer and fall registration is here.
It's crazy. What class? What class are you taking?
I am taking, a lot of communications classes. I'm hoping to get into a Spanish class that I really want to, but it all depends on how my registration works out. How's yours looking?
Yeah, I register on Thursday, but it's my second time, and I'm still as stressed and overwhelmed as ever.
Well, a good way to relieve some of that stress is to get educated on how the process works, and our Megan Gittleman is here to do that. Right over to you, Megan.
Thanks, Deirdre and Taylor. Students across campus will be racing to get the classes, times, and professors that they want for the upcoming summer, college, and fall semester. Registration began today at 7 a.m. for students who have more than 76 credits and will continue to open up throughout the week. Tomorrow, students with 68 or more credits will register starting at 7:30 a.m. Check your OnTrack account to make sure you have registration approval from your advisor. It will also tell you what time you can register. Here are some tips for success. Pre-register your classes on OnTrack. This will allow you to register as close to your registration time as possible. Plan out at least 2 different schedules that you would be happy with. Add some extra classes you wouldn't mind taking to your cart. And make sure you set an alarm for 5 minutes before your registration time. Back to you.
Thanks, Megan. That's all the news we have for you today.
For continuing coverage on all the news you need to know, check out our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on Snapchat at Elon News Network.
And be sure to pick up a copy of The Pendulum tomorrow.
From all of us here at Elon News Network, have a great week, Elon.